Hello, my friends. Good morning and welcome back to Books and Jams and another weekend reading vlog. I have just finished doing my morning devotions. I'm really enjoying this study, Now and Not Yet by Ruth Chou Simons. I'm a little bit behind, so I'm kind of doing a little extra each day to catch up. I'm in the correct week now, but I'm a couple days behind. Last week was a little cray-cray, so I'm back to a regular routine. Well, for a few days. My goal is to do it every morning until the study is finished. And so far, I've been really enjoying it. It's just good to take a few minutes and focus on God's provision and his faithfulness. And we've been looking at characters in the Bible like Abraham and Joseph. This week, we're talking about the Israelites in the wilderness. And so even how they were complaining all the time and forgetting about how God has provided for them, he still continued over and over to provide what they needed. And ultimately, he provided his own son as a payment for our lives so that we could be with him. So if he gave us even his own son, how would he not provide everything else that we need as well? It's just really good and uplifting and a good reminder to refocus and not get so caught up in the stuff of life right now. I mean, it's okay to get caught up in that because it's life, but to remember that I believe in and love a God who cares for me and provides everything that I need. And I see that over and over. So it's good to be reminded of those times that I've seen his provision. Anyways, devotional time over. Today is Friday. I am headed to work in a few minutes. I only work until 11 today, holding a little newborn baby. My little dude's family, I don't see him really at all anymore because he's in school all day, every day, but I get to hang out with his little sister. After I go to work today, I'm headed to the gym for a little bit. I'm going to try out a new class that I've not been to. And then I signed up at my library, like right close to my house. It's about a mile away. They're having a Canva class, like how to use Canva. And I kind of use Canva, but everything that I know is just what I've played around with. So it may be that I don't learn anything in this class, but I'm hopeful that there are a few tips and tricks that I'm not aware of with Canva, and just to kind of play around with it a little bit more and see if I can learn some new things. So I'm going to take a Canva class at my library. And then that's it for today. So hopefully I'll find some sprints tonight to read. Again, I'm so sorry, but I'm reading a book that I can't tell you about. It's the last book that I need to read for this secret project. So I am reading that just like I was last weekend. Different book, same project. I'm excited about this book. I'm hopeful that I'm going to like it a lot more than I liked the last one I was reading on a weekend reading vlog. And it's the last few days of September, so I would also love to fit in one more series book as well. And I'm hopeful to get the Wild Robot one read this weekend. So between those two books, that's my reading plans. I have a few fun things planned for tomorrow. It's going to be a fantastic weekend, but now I need to finish getting ready for work so that I'm not late. I'll talk to you later. Right, so I am at my gym, Crunch Fitness, and I'm going to try a new workout class that I've never done before. We're going to see how it goes. I forgot a hair tie. Oh, good. I've got some in here. I had a few minutes in between work and my class that I was able to stop at a thrift store because I was just on the same road as this, and found a few fall things, which I'm sure you will see. It was just nice to pop into a thrift store that I don't normally go to. My gym has 3 locations in the Richmond area, and this is one that I've never been to before, so I'm excited to try out this location and see if it's any different than the other 2. I mean, they're all kind of the same, but I'm excited to try this class. This is why I joined this gym, is because they have classes, and I think Friday after work will be a perfect time to go, and we'll see. I hope the instructor's good. I hope I sweat. I hope it's not too hard, but hard enough. Yeah. So getting my workout on. Woo-hoo. I got this kitchen cart from Temu, and I kind of love it. It's on wheels. It's the perfect size for right here. If any of you guys are plant people, please tell me how to save the life of this plant. It's nearly dead, but I'm about to put some chicken chili in the crock pot, white chicken chili. So I have my ingredients here. I'm going to put about half of this big thing of chicken, a bag of roasted corn. Usually I just do frozen corn, but I thought this might give it a little extra kick. We've got a can of diced green chilies, 4 cans of white beans. So I have 2 cans of Great Northern, 1 can of navy beans, and 1 can of cannellini beans. And then I also have this white chicken chili seasoning packet and this box of chicken broth. All right, let's put it in the crock pot. All right, it's all in there. Just gonna give it a little stir, get that seasoning mixed in. Sometimes I make my own seasonings for it and follow a recipe, but today I just had that and I wanted to dump and go. Sometimes I drain and rinse the beans first. Today, I wanted it all in there. So it's all gonna be in there. I'm gonna set this on high and that will be ready for dinner. Yum. Then in this other crock pot, I just had 2 chicken breasts left, so I'm gonna turn it into salsa chicken and just add a little bit of salsa to it. Cook that on low until it's done. Actually, I'll probably put it on high as well. And then that'll just be some salsa shredded chicken to add to salads or tacos or whatever else I feel like using. Yum. All right, I've got dinner in the crock pot. I grabbed just a couple bites. I had like a couple carrots and just like a little snack of lunch because I'm headed over to the library now to do a class about Canva. I'm excited to see what I might learn. I'm hoping I can use my own computer instead of one of the library computers because I'd like to practice everything on my own Canva. That should be fun. I've never really done a class at the library before, other than my workout class, but that's not hosted really by the library. It is a very rainy day here today, and I am very sweaty, but I decided to put dinner in the crock pot instead of have a shower in between because I only had like 25 minutes before I needed to head out to go to the library. So I wanted to get those things in the crock pots, and the library is only a mile away, but my class starts in about 20 minutes, so I should probably head over there. I will let you know how it goes. Started a new puzzle today. Got the edges together. It's gonna look like that when I'm done. So we'll check in throughout the weekend and see how far I get. All right, I am coming at you with my very wet hair. I just got out of the shower and I ended up putting my pajamas right on because I'm not going anywhere else today, and why not? The shower was much needed. I feel nice, clean, warm. I was so cold after that class at the library. I actually think I'm gonna turn off my fan in here for a little while, but I'm gonna sit down and read for a little bit. It's just 5 o'clock. I'm gonna let the chili cook a little bit longer. The shredded chicken is done, the salsa chicken. So I'm just letting that cool. I've turned that one off already and put that in the fridge, but the chili, I'm just gonna let that one continue to cook while I sit in here and read. I have plans this evening of just reading. I was debating going to a movie because Amanda reminded me that the Wild Robot movie comes out today. And part of me was very tempted to go to the movies, but I think I've needed to come home. I need to go to bed early today. I'm going to have a busy, I have to sneeze. Almost every single time that I sit in this chair and turn on the camera to film, I sneeze. It's ridiculous. I have a busy day tomorrow and we'll be out and about all day. And then I'm babysitting for my Monday, Wednesday family kiddos tomorrow night. And the last 2 nights I've been up a little bit too late scrolling on my phone. Boo. So I'm going to try to go to bed a little bit early today, but also just kind of like relax for the rest of the day. I feel very good about what I got done today. I did forget that I need to mail a Pango package, so I'm going to get that together later tonight and get that out tomorrow when I'm out and about. But I'm excited for a night in and read. Yes. Possibly some editing too, but mostly reading. All right, so I just read for a bit and I am falling asleep, but I'm going to try to get a little bit more in. I'm reading a book that I can't tell you about, and I made it to 17%. I just asked my Alexa what percent I'm at. I am not very far in at all. Yikes. I really want to have this done this weekend. Can I do it? It has 353 pages. I'm really liking it. I'm just really tired. So I think I'm just going to go to bed shortly. Maybe I'll do one little reading sprint. Nope. I'm just going to go to bed. But I'm very excited for tomorrow. It's going to be a good day. I'll talk to you tomorrow. Good morning. Happy Saturday. Well, it's not Saturday when you're watching this, but it's Saturday for me. And I'm really excited. I'm driving to Williamsburg today, which is about an hour, just under an hour maybe. away because I'm meeting up with Chrissy from Chrissy's Purple Library. She lives an hour in the other direction, so we're meeting up halfway and gonna hang out in Williamsburg, do the outlets and a bookstore. I'm gonna get 2 caramel apples from 2 different candy places because I like the one at one place, but my friend Michelle says the one at the other place is even better. So, you know, I have to do a little taste test of some caramel apples. Probably gonna get some boba because Chrissy loves her some boba. And we're just gonna hang out today. So I'm really excited. I had an issue getting dressed today. Like nothing was making me feel comfortable and cute at the same time. So we just went with a classic jeans and a t-shirt. Sorry if I'm not a little more dressed up for meeting you, Chrissy, but this is where I landed today. It was a little bit frustrating this morning and my bedroom now needs to be cleaned up. But that's just how it goes some days, right? We women know how that is sometimes. As far as reading in the car, I was gonna start a new audiobook because I don't have one going right now. And then I'm like, that's dumb, Krista. You have Words of Radiance on audio and you need to make progress. So that's what I'm gonna do today. On the hour there and the hour back, I'm gonna be listening to Words of Radiance. I don't think I'm gonna finish it this month, but I would like to get farther. I would like to get farther. I'm halfway through the book. I don't know what my problem is. I just keep putting it off for the other books that just need to be read. And then I forget about it and I pick up more books that don't necessarily need to be read, but I want to read. There's just so many books. So to pick up a 1,000-page book is a little daunting. But if I would just do it, it would be done. And I'm loving it when I'm listening to it. I don't know what my problem is. So that's what I'm going to listen to on the car ride. And it's 8:30. So I need to get on the road because I'm meeting her at 9:30. Yikes. Here we go. Look who I found. Yay. I should not have straightened my hair today. It's too humid. It's going to be curly. We found a bookstore somewhere back there.
Yeah, I don't know.
And just walked the whole outlets to get a little exercise in our day.
Yeah, I know. I give 5'8", but I'm really 5 feet tall. See, like, but if Krista holds it all the way up, that's me.
I was influenced by this influencer.
You gotta do a taste test of camera.
Caramel corn. She got orange cheddar.
Yes.
So I got
And the Piedra resistant.
a big old bucket.
You're gonna eat it all.
Caramel corn. Yum. I'm already in love. So as I try to watch my sugar and like be healthier.
With the lemonade.
We got lemonade. I just tried the snickerdoodle, which was good, but I wanted the caramel. It was warm. Have some.
Just as fresh.
It's so good.
Uncle Dave's, guys.
That's legit. So we're in Williamsburg and we came to the library because they have a pretty decent sale shelf. So we're in their little book nook. Chrissy's just down there. Don't mind her. Don't mind her. Just,
I thought you were talking to me.
Just looking. I found 2. Yay. Our lunch looks amazing. Chicken salad, turkey and bacon avocado milk, refreshers. Cheers. 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 We have both acquired some chocolate and some candy.
Mine is very heavy.
Mine is pretty heavy too.
It's almost gone. I've had like 3 chocolates.
So we just found, surprise, another bookstore. Ooh. We didn't know. It's right next door to the candy shop I want to go to. And look, it's a bookstore.
So amazing.
We love it. We love it for us.
On our way somewhere else.
And I already put a book into Chrissy's hands. It's a good one.
Crystal's spending money. Don't worry.
All right, I am back home. I ended up not having to babysit today. I don't know if I mentioned that on here, but I thought I was going to have to babysit tonight, but I showed up and grandma was there. So we somehow missed communication. I thought I had told them that I could do it. They didn't know if I didn't want to ask again. I don't know. Regardless, here I am. I thought I would do a quick little haul of everything that I got today when I was out with Chrissy from Chrissy's Purple Library, who is just the most genuine, lovely. I really legitimately can call her friend. I felt like I did before, but now I feel like we bonded today and it was just so bucket filling. It was just a wonderful day. We laughed, we were silly, we had some deep conversations. It was the best. We walked. I closed all 3 rings already. It's only 6:30. It was just a wonderful, wonderful day. I'm getting ready now to edit a vlog for my patrons and read and just kind of do my own little sprints. But before I do that, I'm going to share with you all the things I got. So first of all, we were at the outlets and we went into a used bookstore called, oh my goodness, what was it called? Is it on the receipt? I forget what it was called. Turn the Page bookshop. It had a mishmash in there. I didn't think I was going to get anything. The last minute, I decided to grab Sin Eater by Megan Campisi. I have read a book by Francine Rivers called The Last Sin Eater. So I'm curious about that concept. In England, I guess it was, there's this kind of old tradition of somebody on the outcast of society, maybe like a criminal or somebody who's on the outskirts of society, gets labeled and gets to be the sin eater. And everyone else, in order to atone for their sins, leaves offerings for the sin eater of food and such. And the sin eater will come and literally eat the food that gets left. And sort of like in Jewish tradition, the sacrifices and stuff like that. The Handmaid's Tale meets Alice in Wonderland in this inventive historical novel about a girl in 16th century England who is sentenced to be a sin eater and finds herself caught up in a deadly plot at the heart of the Queen's court. So I'm very, very curious about this one, and I'm glad that I decided to pick this up kind of at the last minute. Before we left the outlets, we stopped at the popcorn shop, and I ended up getting a bucket of kettle corn and a smaller bucket of caramel corn. Oh my word. I'm going to try not to eat all of them in one day, but it might be kind of hard. I've already been touching into the caramel one. I haven't tried the kettle corn yet. Actually, maybe I'll do that with you live so that Chrissy can see my reaction. We did taste test the snickerdoodle kind while we were there, which was also amazing. And it's all super fresh. They were making batches right while we were standing there watching. So this is just regular kettle corn. I love popcorn so much. That is really good. Very good. I'm gonna eat it all. Very good salty to sweet ratio. Oh, that is really good. Uncle Dave's kettle corn. Now, if I bring this exact bucket back, I get $2 off of refill. That's kind of nice. Okay, from there, we went over to Barnes & Noble, which is always kind of fun. I haven't been in a Barnes & Noble in a really long time, and I don't usually pay full price for books. So we looked at a lot of books. We were just talking about books and just kind of seeing all the different things that are there. But I Ended up getting this off of the sale shelf. Woodland Creatures, Woodland Crochet. I really want to learn how to make these little amigurumi little characters. So there's a book in here that has directions to make all of these lovely little woodland creatures. And the yarn and everything that I need to make 2 of them is here. So I'm going to do the turtle and the little bird. I'm really excited because I think that turtle is so stinking cute. I think the fox is so cute too. All of them really are just really cute. I don't even know what that is. Is that a rat? What is that? I don't know about that one. Oh, a little mouse maybe? A deer, a little baby deer. Look at the bluebird, has like a little nest. A little raccoon and a beaver. So very cute. I was so tempted. There was a few other ones there as well. And I decided just to get that one because I thought it was the cutest. So we're going to try to make a turtle and a bluebird. And then we went closer to Colonial Williamsburg and we went to the library, had a book sale, a little book nook, and I found 3 things there. First of all, I found a hardcover of The Heaven and Earth Grocery Store by James McBride. I have heard such high praise for this one, and it was only $2 at the library book sale. This is why I don't pay $35 at Barnes & Noble, because if you just wait, and I'm fine with waiting, I got plenty of stuff to read. If you just wait, you can find a good deal. So $2 for this. And I've just heard really, really good things about it. And then I also found these 2 paperbacks for $1 each. I just talked recently about how I want to read Hazel Gaynor to Zero. This is one of hers that I didn't own yet. This is another one that she co-wrote with Heather Webb. Meet Me in Monaco. A novel of Grace Kelly's royal wedding. Cool. And then honestly, I have the Red Address book by Sophia Lundberg. And honestly, I picked this up because Frederick Bachman blurbed it. I never saw a book where he was one of the authors who blurbs it. He says, written with love, told with joy, very easy to enjoy. What? This is another book that has an elderly protagonist. Doris is 96 years old, lives alone in her Stockholm apartment. So I wonder if this is translated. Yeah, translated by Alice Menzies. So hopefully the translator is as good as Bachman's translator, because maybe I like Swedish authors. I don't know, but I really like Bachman. It's about an older woman who lives alone in her apartment. When she was a girl, she was given an address book by her father, and ever since she has carefully documented everyone she met and loved throughout the years. Looking through the little book now, Doris sees the many crossed out names of people long gone and is struck by the urge to put pen to paper. In writing down the stories of her colorful past, working as a maid in Sweden, modeling in Paris in the 30s, fleeing to Manhattan at the dawn of the Second World War, can she help Jenny, who's haunted by a difficult childhood, unlock the secrets of their family and finally look to the future? And whatever became of Alan, the love of Doris's life. What? I think it sounds lovely. And Bachman does too, so let's go. Then we went into 2 candy stores in downtown, in the Colonial Williamsburg area. And I got 2 chocolate covered caramel apples, which I'm going to show tomorrow because I'm going to do a taste test between the 2 candy stores that are in Williamsburg. I always buy from the one, Wythes, because it's a family owned and it's right down in the middle of everything. And that's usually the one that I go to. But my friend Michelle told me that her family actually likes the caramel apples at Kilwin's better, which is a chain. There are many Kilwins around the area, maybe beyond the area. I don't know. They like the caramel apples from there better. So I'm really hoping I like the Wythes one better, but we'll see. At Kilwin's, I just bought the apple, but at Wythes, I also got, let's see what this one is. A dark chocolate peanut butter cup. Look how huge that is. That will have to be eaten in little pieces, little increments. And then I got a handful, a quarter pound of these English toffee flavored caramels. And they're really good. I got quite a few of them. I mean, I've eaten quite a few as well, but it fills this bottom part of the bag for just $4. So I'm pretty pleased with that. And I already ate a chocolate covered Oreo. And finally, right when we were walking over to Kilwin's, right next door to Kilwin's, is one more little independent bookstore. And they've only been open for 2 weeks. Brand new bookstore in Colonial Williamsburg area. And so I picked up The Coffee Shop of Curiosities by Heather Webber. I've read other books by Heather Webber and enjoyed them. This one says, drop by for the coffee, stay to find the magic. A mysterious letter, an offer taken, and the chance to move forward. When Ava Harrison receives a letter containing an unusual job listing, soon after the sudden death of her ex-boyfriend, she thinks she's being haunted. The listing, a job as a live-in caretaker for a peculiar old man and his cranky cat in Driftwood, Alabama, is the perfect chance to start a new life. And then she meets Maggie Mae Brightwell, who runs Magpies, a coffee shop down in Alabama, where there's magic to be found in pairing the old with the new. Lurking under Maggie's cheerful exterior is a painful truth. Keeping busy is the best way to distract herself from the lingering loss of her mother and her worries about her aging father. And then these two women kind of find out that they're kindred spirits, and they're both haunted, not really by spirits, but by regret, and they must learn to let go of the past to move on, because sometimes the waves of change bring you to the place where you most belong. I think that sounds really, really lovely. So here's the books that I got today, as well as lots of treats, which I'm gonna have to ration. And then this crochet situation. Oh yeah, and the Sin Eater book too. So lots of things on a wonderful day with Chrissy. It was just great. Oh, and I should say that I made it about 10% farther in Words of Radiance. I'm glad that I'm like back into the story and eager to see where things are gonna go. So now I need to edit and read, and I'm gonna kind of do my own 2020 sprints. It's only 7 o'clock. Often people don't get sprints going until closer to 8. So we'll see if I join any sprints online tonight. But I am hoping to get a lot done this evening in my secret book that I can't tell you what it is because I didn't get very far last night. I'm about 60 pages in and I'm very interested in the story. So that's good. That's good. But I need to finish it very soon. All right. What a fun day. What a fun day. Hello. Happy Sunday. I just have been sitting at the table watching a show and working on a puzzle for a little bit. It is 3:30 on Sunday and I'm just now starting to film anything. Yikes. But I had church this morning and it was really good. I was on the worship team. Our worship team has been struggling a little bit lately, but we have some new people and I think it'll all iron itself out eventually. I'm hopeful because it's been a bit of a stressor a little bit, which shouldn't be that way. But I'm about to have a little afternoon snack. One of the things that I got yesterday from the 2 candy stores was caramel apples, and I want to do a taste test to decide which one I like better. So this one with the little design on it is from Wythes, which is a family-run chocolate shop, and that's where I normally go to get them. My friend Michelle said that she and her family like the one from Kilwins better, which is a brand. What is it? Not a brand, a chain. There are a bunch of them. I don't love sprinkles, but their only other option was sea salt or nuts. They had pecans and peanuts, and I don't like nuts at all. So I had to go for the sprinkles because I definitely wanted the chocolate. So I'm not already inclined to like this one. I'm very hopeful that I like this one from Wythes better, but I'm gonna cut off a little chunk of each and do a little taste test. We'll see. It's hard to film in my kitchen right now because my whole counter is filled with dishes. By the end of the day, I'm gonna come back in here again and you're gonna see that that's done. But I probably should have let these sit out for a minute because they're pretty crispy. And the caramel, they were kind of hard to cut through because of the caramel being a little tough. But I'm gonna go ahead and start with the Kilwins one. They look great on the inside. A nice layer of caramel and then a thin layer of chocolate on the outside of that. Let's see what this one tastes like. I mean, it's really good. I don't love the sprinkles, but the caramel is really nice. I can tell the caramel on the Wythes one is just a tiny bit thinner. Not much though, just barely. Let's see how this one is. It's also very good. It's gonna be hard to say which one is better. The Wythes one, the caramel is a little harder. The Kilwins one, it stayed soft, even though it's been in my fridge overnight. The Wyeth's one, the caramel is a little bit, not as soft. It's not hard per se. Chewier, a lot chewier. Both are sweet. I do think the Kilwins is maybe a little bit sweeter, but I love both of them. I'm gonna finish eating these, and if I decide which one is better, I'll let you know. And then this afternoon, my goal is just to edit and read more of my book that I need to read. I got a bit more of that read last night. I haven't read anything yet today. It was a good morning. Church was really good today. Then I had a small group leaders meeting after church that I had to go to. And then at 6, I have a Zoom book club with my patrons. So that is the plan for the rest of the day. I'm gonna go ahead and finish these and go in the other room because it's kind of hot in here. I've been sitting in here for about an hour. So made really good progress on this puzzle. I like it. I like it a lot. All right, I'll check in with you later. Well, I didn't read what I was supposed to be reading today, but I did read quite a bit more of Words of Radiance, which is good because I really do want to finish this one before the end of the year. So now I am 60-something% through. I've read all this. I've got this bit left. So I'm pleased that I read so much of this weekend, but I really should have been reading this one because I've only read that little bit at the bottom. I've got more than half of this one to read, but it is YA, so hopefully it will go really quickly. I heard someone else talk about reading this, and they said they read it in 2 days, basically 2 sittings. So I'm hopeful that if I just sit down and apply myself, I will get it read. And I didn't do any editing, but I did finish my puzzle. Look how pretty. It's not pretty, but it's all these book covers. I love this kind of collage puzzle. I finished it while listening to Words of Radiance. But it is now 8:45. Oh, I had a Zoom book club chat with my patrons today. Only a handful showed up, but that was fine. We had a really good time chatting, talking books, and the storm. A couple of them live in the South, so it was good to hear they're all okay and survived Hurricane Helene. So now I am going to sit and read hopefully till 11, 2.25 hours. I don't know if I'm going to make it all the way till 11, but I'm going to try. I need to edit a little bit, at least work on this vlog, at least get all the clips up into it and get started with that. So as of right now, I am on page 119 of my secret book. Let's see how far I can get before the end of the night. I didn't see sprints that I want to participate in, which is probably good. I might put in my own little ambient room and use my timer to do my own sprints. Here we go. Let's get her done. All right, it is 10:30 and time for me to go to bed. I did not get nearly as far as I hoped in this book, but I'm just about halfway. So I'm glad about that. It's very good. I'm really enjoying it, which is good because I think last time I did a weekend vlog, I was really not enjoying the book that I was reading for the secret project. So I'm really glad that I'm loving this one. Loving it. As far as other reading this weekend, I read quite a bit in Words of Radiance. So that's great. And that's it as far as reading goes. Oh boy. But I did get my dishes done and I did finish a puzzle. And I had a wonderful weekend hanging out with Chrissy from Chrissy's Purple Library and getting a lot of things done on Friday, trying out a new workout class, going to a thrift store. Like, it just overall was a very good weekend. I will say, I know some of you are like anxiously waiting to see about the great caramel apple debate taste test. I am really glad to say that I definitely like the one from Wyeth's better. I think the one from Kilwins is a little bit sweeter, but the apple in the Wyeth's one is much higher quality for a caramel apple. It's tart. It's very crisp. The tartness paired with the caramel and the chocolate is just chef's kiss delicious. The Kilwins apple is a little sweeter, but it's also softer and a little bit grainy. Like, I don't love the apple on the inside, even though I do probably like the caramel and the chocolate a touch better from Kilwins, just because it's a little sweeter. But I think the Wyeth's one is a very clear winner. overall. So I'm glad to say that because I much rather shop at the family store that I always have been to. I'm glad I like best the one that I always get. I was hopeful that that would be the outcome. All right. I need to go to bed. It's just about 11. I'm just going to brush my teeth and put on my pajamas and go straight to bed. So that's going to be it for me in this vlog. Thank you so much for hanging out with me for another weekend. I really appreciate you being here and spending some time with me. And I look forward to chatting with you in another video very soon. Bye.